We have an amazing group of individuals. That's where it starts. Great human beings that love to storytell, love to connect at the relational level. We're developing relationships, and then we develop communities and families and friendships. And a lot of these folks have been traveling from property to property following Kobayashi Group's developments because of that community.
Our goal at Kobayashi Group for development is to have the best in every single category. So no matter if we're building affordable housing, if we're building a school, or if we're building a luxury high-rise, we're at our best. We've been able to, and we're very grateful for this, been able to own and live in every single one of the properties for the last 20 years. So you're kind of forced to learn, or you're forced to live with it and be upset with, I can do better. Right?
We're always very humble in the act of wanting to listen and learn and see what could be better. For our buyers, for them to know that in each instance, my personal purchase at each of the projects is our largest asset personally. And so it is really, truly an investment. And it's not about trying to make my home better, really, it's about making the whole community the best for everyone. That thoughtfulness is really the cornerstone of what we believe makes a great development.
Ālia is literally the center point of all of Kaka'ako, not just Kaka'ako Mauka, but Kaka'ako Makai too. So as the Makai lands of Kaka'ako develop for the community, for everyone to use, Ālia is right in the middle of all of it.
How can we create the most sustainable version of a luxury building? And the reality is, which I think WRNS has done such a beautiful job, is that sustainable design is actually just fundamentally good design.
How do we design buildings that make people feel better than you're in them, but also buildings that are healthier for the neighborhood? How can a building be a good neighbor? How can it ask for less, but give back more?
When we finally got to the exterior and they presented that concept of the weave, and it was so beautiful, you know, the curves, it was so feminine and soft, and it was stunning, honestly. That was the only word I could use.
You know, the whole aspect of the weave pattern grew out of a real, deep desire about making comfortable spaces for residents. And because the tower is rotated off the street grid to kind of really lean into the primary direction of the trade winds, that same move also allowed, views to the coast, right? As well as to the urban core of Honolulu.
WRNS coming up with a concept to basically alternate the lanai using less cement while still only shading where needed and providing some relief from that heat gain. At the same time, it also offers someone a luxury benefit of having a lanai. In an age where there's a lot of developers that are taking lanais out of their projects.
The meat of the project for interiors is to really bring down all the colors that we see in Kaka'ako and make it all about textures. Board form concrete and plaster work and all those things that are highly textural. The color palette is pretty warm and neutral, and we're really letting that artwork sing. That is a reflection of Kaka'ako. It's just a different story to tell.
I've personally lived in Kaka'ako before and had the experience of living in a 24-hour walkable community where you can ride your bike to the office, to the beach with my surfboard under my arm, and being able to go to the farmer's market on Saturday mornings with my wife and baby. Those are the memories that I remember the most, and just having that lifestyle and that time back is something that's irreplaceable.
We're looking for some artwork that's going to kind of be a nice planter space to kind of invite you in, and then once you walk into the lobby, having a coffee bar and having seating area and having a reception area. I just want whoever it is that's living with this piece of artwork be thoughtful, but also having it be a conversation piece. We'd love to have some of those pieces that make people just look at all the angles and see the depth of the work. For a project like this, it's just a matter of finding that combination of work.
The key to creating that urban escape is really, number one, is landscape. It's really a commitment to green, natural materials. Probably our best expression of that is the Great Lawn.
But this is sprawling. It's beautiful. So you can actually have a small, intimate area, or you can have a big party with your whole family come over.
It's literally a park up on level 6. It connects to kind of places to relax with friends and family. It connects to dining spaces and things. And it's kind of on that Ewa side of the building. And I think that's gonna be one of the most iconic spaces in Honolulu.
And the whole idea is it's not just to be looked at, it's to be enjoyed. You know, you're gonna see people lay a picnic down, you're gonna see someone kicking a soccer ball, and that's just the intent. Those are the kind of moments that you want. Like, you don't feel like I'm living up in a high rise, right? Suddenly it's more of a single family home, you know, experience.
When we say we want to be the most sustainable high-rise in the history of the state of Hawaii, we don't take that lightly. Pretty much at every aspect of this building, we've been trying to push the envelope on what that actually means.
Being a really small, close-knit community, I think we have a better understanding of, you know, the relationships between people who live here, and I think that's reflected in the way we envision, design, and build our projects. One sustainable aspect that is really interesting on this project is our design as it relates to water reuse. We don't see any other projects, residential projects, that have incorporated this design, and I think with the understanding that water really is a precious resource to the people of Hawaii, that everyone that's involved is very proud of the fact that we're able to reduce our overall water demand.
Luxury to me is convenience. Luxury is options. The ability to go downstairs and get a massage and go out to the lawn. Like, I don't have to find a space. It's convenience.
We're not a large company, we're a very small company, but we have big ambitions. It's really about building the best product that we can for our buyers and providing that value to our buyers. And I don't know that you see that with every single developer.
Ālia is the culmination of 60 years and 2 to 3 generations of development experience. There's so much that you can do with this lot, the size, the shape, everything about it, and it's just, you kind of pinch yourself, 1, to have the opportunity to develop that, but 2, to live in it. It's the perfect spot to live in.
Ālia is so exciting because we have so much space, really been able to bring to life so many things that we've wanted to do from one project to the next. And this is the first time where I feel like we've been able to do everything we've ever dreamed of.